everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
We love you.
Oh, hey, you know what'd help is if I turned on. Whoops! If I turned on a certain the audio mixer.
The stream.
Right.
No, I have Chrome. I had like Chrome muted, and for some reason Firefox is just muted. So, like, for some reason Firefox isn't even showing up
Likely story.
on like my sound device, like my like things, my like options for mixing. So that's interesting. We're in a weird, technically difficult episode today, everybody.
It's
So
because
you'll have to
someone
bear
had to
with
change
us.
their computers.
Yeah, I can't source. I mean, obviously, I'm relating it to being the problem of my system upgrade this week. However, what I don't know is how exactly those things relate to each other. That'll help.
If we can hear you.
No, well, kinda. A little much. Yeah, no, today, like, for some reason, my, like, mic stand fell over and it dragged my whole fucking soundboard with it. So on the last episode of the Ever Crescent Moon, these folks, were, you know, getting ready for their nightly rest. Turn this down slightly. Getting ready for their nightly rest. And, however, some, I guess, pegging thoughts were on the mind of Ku. So he went to the room of Kinder, and then essentially asked him if he would like to join him, and going to ask Jet some questions. They went off to find him. They kind of initially went off, but then they decided to have a discussion where Kinder had shared some of his interesting condition with his arm.
Mm-hmm.
In which of case, then they were notably informed that you really can't do anything at Jet's home without him knowing, as he descended from the ceiling.
Like a paranoid vampire.
In a way, but less the vampire, just more the paranoid. So they had they kind of picked Jet's brain a bit as well, kind of trying to figure out kind of what he knew about either potentially dragons, ways to deal with them, and even familial things, or at least familiar friend-related things that involved Silica, the drow that they met back in Luna. Trying to determine whether or not they would know if it had any relation to the Silica of legend in this realm that had once helped mainly the parents of a couple of our adventurers, including Ku and Victor, which is Jet, one of those. It's in our previous campaign, Shadows of an Empire. You can always check that out, our VODs on our channel here. But otherwise, yes, inevitably then they were able to go to bed. They woke up, had a nice breakfast, and went out on the town. Their first stop was to go, they were kind of getting out of the way to the library, which they had learned actually the library of the university had been put under construction. So therefore, it was a little hard to get into every spot of the library. They tried to maybe finagle their way into the system. Seemingly the only truly effective one turned out to be Kinder, who at least got enough sympathy to be able to ask for a book without the proper library card material. However, they were
Buy
not
that
able,
orphan card to get the library card.
They however were not able to seemingly play the son of a noble card in order to get access to the other parts of the library. So after picking up a book that would essentially help them at least just make their way throughout the city, they inevitably started heading towards the shopping district. Then in which they ran into a slightly strange creature, unintentionally, as some small invisible creature ran into Ku, kind of knocking him down a bit. And all of a sudden, what popped up was a kobold trying to checking his bag, seeing what was okay. A little startled at the group of people, but then suddenly the group was distracted by the sound of a guard coming through. In which case, asked if he was looking for a kobold, and nobody obliged any information about whether or not they had seen one. Inevitably, they turned around and then realized, oh, the kobold is not here. To almost instantaneously see the kobold appear from seemingly nowhere, but in the same spot that they originally had found it, where it inquired them for help on getting the other part of its treasured medallion back from a crotchety old man, which the guard had somewhat alluded to in their conversation. He noted that he lives above the smithy, behind the mill, or in front, depending on your perspective. They decided to assist the poor kobold, or at least just the horribly scared kobold, and went to the smithy. There in which they tried to get some armor as well. At least mainly Ku did. Ku and Victor, actually. However, the kobold, named Tix, kind of beckoned for Kinder to help him outside, as they had somewhat disguised him as a baby, as they knew that going into the smithy with the kobold would probably raise some eyebrows. So he had kind of nagged Kinder to get him outside for a discussion, where they were able to then have he was able to show Kinder that he had a large number of platinum in his bag. And he poured out a good number of it, saying that he would like to help them. If they're going to help him, he would like to give them this so that they can get what they want. Kinder was calm, cool, and collected about it. He had zero reservations about it whatsoever. No, in fact, he very much initially inquired where it came from and why he had it. And then was very much perturbed at the news that it was from a dragon's lair. However, the Tix kind of gave him the idea that, well, his boss was dead, so he really didn't think he was going to come look for it. Kinder, not necessarily the most convinced, took it anyway, and again, calm, cool, and collected, ran into the room, slammed it on the table, and then ran back out. In which case then, Ku, I guess not wanting to use most of the money for his own good, despite that, not knowing that Victor pocketed a good portion of the money for himself. Not a good portion, but a decent chunk for himself. Enough to get him the armor that he wanted. He decided to go for the clunky scale mail rather than the suggested breastplate, citing that why would they need to be stealthy?
I didn't. Those were my exact
Kinda
words.
you did. You kind of were like you absolutely, when he questioned what happened, he actually said, "What if you see a dragon and you need to hide behind it?" Or no, there was something to the likes of that, and you said, "Well, then I don't need to be stealthy. I'll just go fight them."
I just think you're hung up on the fact it didn't.
No,
take
I'm
the
just saying
breastplate.
that was your statement. Is you said you wouldn't need to be stealthy.
Regardless,
you boldly
it
declared.
happened, and now we're here.
I know. I am recapping what happened. You said that.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you did in fact make the claim that you may not need to be stealthy in the future. You may just need to instead hit someone with your sword or something. Violence is the answer. Otherwise, that's the lesson everyone needs to learn. No, but so we will resume back from in that position. Ku, you are kind of getting fitted here. However, Kinder did just kind of run in and run out. He kind of is like kind of less for a fitting and just more of a supply getting. The bartender or the shop tender will kind of just be like, all right, I'll be back in a I'll have to get some parts together for it. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Absolutely, take your time. Once he goes off, I'm going to poke my head out the door.
Right. If I have this discussion with Kinder, I'll actually be back.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Ku, what's going on? Everything okay?
Hey, man, why were you holding out on us? There's a lot of money.
What? Wait, I'm pretty sure that's, and I'm like looking at, I'm like trying to make eye contact with our little kobold friend there. I'm pretty sure that's actually, I'm pretty sure that's Jet's. Yep, that's totally Jet's money. And Victor was just holding out on us. You know, that's the real answer.
Well, I sell a bunch left, so if you need anything, you let me know. We're gonna put this money to full use.
You know what? You just go ahead and you keep that money, man. You earned it. I mean, it's
I don't feel
totally
like I've earn it.
It's Victor's and Jet's money, but like you also totally earned it. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're really close with the family, and I'm not, so it makes more sense for you to kind of have that money than it does.
Yeah, Kinder, you understand you were talking about. Oh, you don't. Yeah, you don't know them yet. It'll be more likely they would take away my money, but we're gonna use this for the party. Don't worry.
He wasn't a real big fan of the way I gave it me having that. Here, Tips, chime up.
Oh, cool. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna get this armor fitted. Vic's getting his armor. You don't wear armor, do you?
No, not. I can't really speak for him, but yeah, I don't really wear too much in terms of armor.
Hey, you think they have magic shops around here?
I would hope so. That would actually be really, really cool.
Yeah, well, he can get you a couple of stuff as well as Gaius. You guys need supplies too.
Yeah, Gaius especially. I'm sure he's got a ton of equipment or supplies that he needs. Maybe some materials for his spells.
Definitely.
Well, there's an alchemist shop down the road. He's got a weird thing. He's got a weird I don't know what it is, but it flies around and it scares me.
Is this Tix talking?
Yes.
Okay.
He is a little disheveled, having been dropped relatively recently. But he is talking.
Well, we'll finish up here. We'll go grab the necklace, and then, or if you want, we can go visit the alchemist shop before we try to get the necklace.
I mean, I guess it depends. How do you plan on getting the necklace?
We don't know yet. We have to plan. You can't just do a heist. You have to plan out the heist. You need a getaway driver. You need the point man. You need the person to con his way inside. Obviously, Kinder's the con artist.
I
am the muscle. Gaius is the getaway driver. And Vic
at this point,
is the wild card.
You actually, all of a sudden, you hear
I
the
don't
door
think
open
Gaius
behind
has
you.
a license.
What?
You suddenly hear the door open behind you.
Oh,
as you're
I'll be right back.
Fine, I ain't going out for a minute. Looks down. I'll tell you. Goes down. It's the old man. Goes down.
Well, here's the thing. Kinder's still outside. I'm poking my head out.
Oh, you didn't go outside?
No, I just poked my head out.
Right, so you gotta. Well, so you just okay. Then you actually just hear. You kind of get someone tap on your shoulder. Then. I'm cool.
Okay. Oh. Hello.
Laddie, can you let me out? I need to.
Yeah. Sorry, old man. Who I've never met before. I say a little bit louder.
Kinder, you hear the old man I've never met before?
Oh, that's probably not good.
Why?
Because I mean, we've had mixed experience with old people out in the street, to be honest. And this could be that other old man as well. Maybe we should go back inside there before anything bad happens.
Well, the old man is in there.
Okay. Well, that is a bit of a problem, but maybe I can't really disguise you or anything.
Stalling him in any way, too?
Yeah, I'm just like trying to get out of the way. I'm sorry. Yeah, the armor's still getting fit on me. It's a bit. I'm still moving a bit sluggish, so I got a disadvantage on stealth checks. Hang on one second. I'm just making a show of just moving back and forth along the door, making it seem a little bit heavier than it is.
You don't have the armor yet.
I thought he was having it fitted on me.
No, he said he had to get parts. This isn't a full plate. It's not as advanced.
Okay. Well, let's kill him. But okay. Then I'll just turn around and be like, "Oh, sorry."
It's
Like,
it's about the same as breastplate.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm turning around and I'm doing the thing where I'm like going in front of him by accident. Like, are you going to the left? Or are you going to the right? Although I'm doing this time, I'm doing it on purpose.
Like, wait. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Wait, you go left. I'll go right. No, you're right. I'm my left.
Okay. We need to. I feel like we need to hide you more than we need to hide me right now. What's a good location to hide you?
It worked well against the other guy.
Oh, okay, we can try that again.
Still draped in it slightly.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like overhanging him just like a very small child in a super big shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall, you're still coming in a bit quiet, just so you know.
Sorry, I'm away from the mic slightly. But yeah.
Yeah, we can try that again then if you think that'll work.
Well, do it quick.
Okay.
So wrap him up in the blanket and pick him back up.
All right. After a weird Jimmy, he just goes. By this point, I guess make a sleight of hand check, Kinder.
You got this. I believe in you and your hopefully high dex.
Oh, I had to tell you, buddy.
16.
Hey.
Good enough. As you are able to get him in there. The tricky part is covering the snout. It's the part that a lot of people forget. Kind of got it over there.
Kind of wrap, like,
I
tuck it
apologize.
down.
As the old man gets out, both of you make me a perception check as it kind of passes through each of you.
Nope. I got an 8.
10.
Right. Yeah, he kind of, you see him come out. He just says like, whatever. He looks at you and he did that. It's just, then he just walks away.
All right.
All right, let's go back inside.
Kinder, come on in.
Alright, I head on inside.
About then, shopkeep comes back. Yeah, some extra, like, essentially missing the actual armor gauntlets. Alright, now I can get you fitted up here. Alright. Get you strapped down. And they'll just kind of start laying the pieces. I need to help you kind of get it on for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Takes roughly about, I think it's still 10 minutes for this.
It's
level
5
armor?
minutes.
Is it
10
5
minutes for heavy.
That's 10 per hour, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, but only about 5 minutes or so gets you out of there. Now you're able to kind of feel for it, get a real.
It's a bit chafy on my bare skin, but it's alright.
Yeah, I'm not going to question why you didn't wear a shirt, but, you know, I maybe would suggest getting one at one point.
Yeah, it's a hot day.
Yeah. Also, just because, yeah, the stuff really rubs on you. It's in combat, you're running around, that leather really just grinds into you on that padding.
Oh, yeah, I can already feel it.
Yeah.
Shit.
He kind of just, and then he just kind of gets the, he kind of goes actually into a storage and just starts to grab the, essentially, it's funny because it's like set up like, almost like it's like wrapped, like, or like folded over clothing and what, like you just see it at like a retail store or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you can see it's like studded leather armor. Alright, this will be good for your other buddy there. The wandering eye.
Oh, right, certainly. Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, you know, as you know, I have plenty of funds for myself, so, you know, being who my father is and all.
Yes, Vic, you're rich. We get it. Buy yourself.
Yes, upper class.
You know, I was just wondering, maybe, you know, I could get a little bit of a Tory family discount if you have ever heard of them.
It's the heavy sigh.
Yeah, he rolls his eyes.
Is this something that actually works around here?
You know what? I never
It
paid
will
attention.
here. Yes, I'm sadly indebted to your father. I thought I recognized you. You've grown up a little bit since the last time I saw you around here. Alright, here you go. It's only, I get it to you. I'll even get your friend here since he seems to be with you.
Which one, me?
Yes, yes, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me do the
Wow.
math quick in my head. Let's see. So the studded leather, that's only going to cost you 25. And then, let's see, for this scale mail, that'll cost you that'll just cost you 30.
30. All right.
To make a little bit of a profit margin, but would be the first time I've had to give this discount to Tories.
Wow, where would the middle class be without the Tories?
I wouldn't own the shop. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, you would be right. Strangely, but yes. Well, your kindness has been appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You know, hopefully you don't got to worry about getting it around anywhere. Otherwise, in the future, there are some where if you ever make a trip to Finglave, the name like escaped my brain for a second. If you ever make it out to Finglave, there's actually somebody there who I know can actually reapply certain metals to armor, so they can make it. They can make a lot of metals lighter. I believe they use a substance called mithril.
Oh
So
wow!
if you're ever, it's a bit of a price, but if you got the cash and you're in the area, it's not a bad thing to look into. Potentially, depending on who you know in the area, you could even get it cheaper for what you would have got this breastplate for. So,
Wait, does that mean I could? Maybe I could potentially have. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of use for armor that I would personally have, but maybe I could someday.
it depends. You got to know how to use the armor at all first. So if you learn how to get if you learn how to battle in it and move around nimbly, then yeah, sure. Who's to say?
I think you can do that, Kinder.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, otherwise, is there anything else I can get you fellas?
Remind me, did we already ask about the old man to this guy?
Not.
Nope.
Who's your tenant?
Tenant's a funny word.
His name's David.
His name is Tom. Why would we give a hell about his last name? I call him Tom. He's just a old coot. I swear, he's been on my every nerve, but I have to keep him here because he is my father-in-law.
Oh.
Yeah.
Family obligations, I see.
Yeah, except, sometimes you would think that potentially the silver lining of your wife dying would be that the stepfather or the father-in-law that you hate wouldn't move in with you. Guess what? You'd be thinking wrong.
I'm sorry to hear about your wife, sir.
Likewise.
It's fine. It's happened quite a while ago. I have been able to move on. What I haven't moved on from is our terrible father.
Right. Have you noticed that if he's been wearing like any amulets or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. God. He had this stupid necklace that he's had since he took his hike in the mountains last summer. He took these stupid adventurers because he read something in the book in the library, and so he went to the mountains to go check. And he came back with this amulet, and he's been obsessed with it ever since. And then some stinking kobold showed up, messed around with him, and then tried to take it. He took half of it. How can the thing be so valuable if it just splits in half?
Right. Seems like some shoddy craftsmanship.
Right? I know. It's ridiculous.
But you think he usually just keeps it on him, even with it broken like that?
Probably not now. He's been real paranoid about that kobold showing back up again. My guess is he probably has kept it in his safe. Sorry if you heard that one. Yeah, my bet. He has a little lockbox thing that it keeps it in.
All right. You think that some of the old timers would like to wear even broken jewelry, you know?
I mean, yeah, he probably would wear it, and he probably eventually will, because Lord knows he's still just gonna have it be so fixated on it. But again, right now he's just so paranoid that it's probably just upstairs in his lockbox. You know, and to be fair, it's not the worst thing. If it's keeping him out of my hair, that's fine. I don't need him coming down here when I'm trying to work or I'm harassing customers.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm sorry. Well, I wish you luck with the old man. Mm-hmm. Hope you get some reprieve from him at some point.
Well, I have it for now. He left.
That's fair. All right. Any magic shops that you know about in the city? It's been a while since I've been here.
Well, yeah. There's the so we've kind of, I guess, a little bit of competition has come up. We've got the traditional potion maker's shop that has kind of existed for a while. That one's definitely the older one that's on most of the maps that you'll ever see or whatever, if you ever look at any of the old stuff in the library. But recently, within the last year, this alchemist opened up shop, kind of been competing with the potions guy. He's a little salty about that, but competition's competition. There are other smithies in this city. I have to deal with it. So can the potions guys.
Tell me about this alchemist. Do they sell anything good?
I haven't really been in there. I guess I just never was super interested. Too busy, and then I guess just wasn't really concerned enough to go in.
Do you know why the alchemist moved here, of all places?
Hell if I know. Like I said, I haven't gone in there, so therefore I haven't really talked to him either.
To be fair, great place to set up a business is the capital of a country.
He makes a solid point there.
Yeah. It's the one you said it was down the road?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little down the road that way. You pretty much keep heading down this main road line here. I think you'll probably find it. I'm sure he's got a sign or something.
Okay.
Not many people call themselves the Alchemist, so that probably will give you a nice giveaway there.
That's good to know. I think we're gonna go check it out. That'll give me some time to get adjusted to armor. If I find something that pokes into my side, I'll come right back.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right. Well, thanks, boss. You have a great day.
Sure. You too.
Kinder, do you need anything else from here, or?
No. I am all set. Yeah. Good to go.
All right, Vic. What about you?
You have now realized that Victor is gone.
He's been replaced with a hand puppet.
That falls over the minute we look.
The money was on the money was on the counter. The studded leather was gone, and he is gone.
It's like a cardboard cutout, and then as we all turn to look at it, the wind just blows it over.
Yeah, pretty much. It's that exact effect.
It's like, oh.
Well, we'll see you later. I pick up the cardboard cutout and head my way out.
Good. We'll need that for later.
Yes. Right. As we step out,
Yes.
I look over at Kinder. All right, so we now know it's in the house. Just need Vic to go in there and get it. Problem is, I don't know where Vic is.
Yeah, I suppose the sooner we can find him, the sooner we can get this over with, and the better for everyone.
That's true. He might already be on it. Not sure. But in the meantime, we'll go to the alchemist and see if he shows up. Sound like a plan?
Who shows up? Victor, as you hear Victor behind you.
Gah! I almost dropped the cobalt on the ground.
Give me the child.
Sorry. I I handed the baby over to.
What's up, baby?
Is where are we going?
To the alchemist shop. Any good tidbits about them?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is I haven't seen them since I've been gone. This alchemist is something I didn't hear about. I don't know. My dad didn't tell me anything about that. By the way, here's that medallion.
Wait, Vic.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I just snuck upstairs. The lockbox wasn't even locked. It just was a box.
You son.
It's like literally a cardboard box.
What? Oh, well, that certainly simplifies things.
Yeah, then we just jumped out the back window.
Do we all look up and see an open window with a...
Well, you're in the front of the building, so...
A Victor-shaped hole in the side of the building.
Next to the window.
But yeah, it's like where you see the drapes, whatever
Just
the
the
drapes were, like, on the window, like...
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. So yeah, by the way, we should probably move. Oh, here we go. This is the part I knew would happen.
Hey,
He
Vic.
showed up.
So
as
hey,
he started showing
so
up.
hey, Vic, you had a busy moment here for a solid minute. So you guys, you had to get that coin for the kobold, right?
Right.
So you kind of took it upon yourself to, maybe while there was a lot of discussion going on, some backstory, that you would just try to sneak your way upstairs. You paid for your studded leather, of course. I didn't.
Yay.
I actually forgot to add that to your inventory, so you could actually do that.
All right.
But that part isn't too long. Sorry, all the viewers as well for screwed up cameras. This is part of a result of the.
Welcome to live show.
Well, yeah, I had everything prepped on Streamlabs OBS, which is our usual system, but I did not for OBS Studio because we don't traditionally use OBS Studio.
Oh, man.
Threw me through a loop because of fun internet issues. But yes. So yeah. Anyway, Victor, yes, you got upstairs. You discovered that the so-called lockbox that this was in was really nothing more than just like a wooden box. I said cardboard. There isn't cardboard existing. I meant wooden. But you get the point.
Not yet, anyways.
It was literally just like it wasn't even locked. He must have called it his lockbox. But there is no lock. You literally just went inside, found a wooden box, opened it. The thing that looked very much like what the kobold held to you all was inside. You just grabbed it, jumped out the window on a really good athletics check, and then showed up behind everyone else.
I am liking everything I'm hearing so far.
I had a lot of good rolls for you. I rolled a 17 for your stealth. Which plus your stealth is pretty good.
All right, time for me to screw it up myself.
And then your athletics roll was a 14. Or acrobatics roll, sorry, was actually 14.
Jay, I think this is the first time you're rolling dice in, 2 weeks?
It feels like it.
Yes.
Feels like a little bit. Alright, boom, now we're fixed. Hey, look at that. Alright.
Hey.
For a moment, before we kind of transition over to the alchemist shop, which the alchemist, by the way, you got a discount as well, Victor, because your dad actually is a big funder of this smithy.
Oh, of course,
Rich or something.
He just didn't. He didn't recognize you at first, and you didn't really know him either by looking at him. But you just tried your I am a rich boy. And all of a sudden it hit him who you were, and he's like, "Oh, damn it!" But before we get to we're gonna kind of flashback as while you were kind of sitting in the shop, Victor, you recall the transpirings of the evening before, as you recall getting into your room, putting your stuff down, all your bags and whatnot, and all of a sudden you felt a cold feeling along your neck. That looks good. You had a cold feeling around your neck.
My man's making letterbox for himself.
Suddenly you felt, and you heard the words, "You've gotten slow, brother."
Alright.
I gasp.
Oh, fuck.
I feel around for my dagger.
It's not there. Oh, you.
I feel around for my other dagger.
It is there.
Alright. Grab my second shoe dagger. Spin around.
You let go, or you're kind of let go as you try to spin around, and you do see yourself looking at Cassidy. However, and I'll have to show you this picture because it's hard for me to actually show you guys like everything on stream and whatnot. So I'm just gonna kind of make it easier for myself to do it this way.
Look at this illustration.
Where if I can find you? You're around here. You're in one of these folders. It's in one of them. I just need to remember which one. It's not. What I do know is it is not the holy fuckle and snuckles. I know for a fact it's not that.
Are you sure about that?
You know, I'm not sure, but a little bit.
Yeah.
That is so perfect.
No one's ever
As,
100% sure.
As you see a Cassidy, but she looks a little more like this.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, she looks a little more like this.
You got a couple of...
Yeah, I got a couple messages suddenly at that moment. It was bad timing. But yeah, so she's a little different. The red skin actually had started to show up the last time you saw her. It's the kind of white, I guess almost crack that it looks like in her skin tone. That is a little different.
You're looking...
Sorry, say that again.
Maybe it's better that it was censored.
I don't know.
we don't know what that could have been.
well.
I missed the beginning. I just heard well.
Cassidy's in the well. What is
there we
it?
go. Okay, there we go. I think it might have been a lag thing. Okay, let's try this again.
I tell her she's looking well.
Oh. You don't have to lie to me, brother.
Alright, fine. You look like a hideous monster.
That is not helpful either, but I guess it's
Wow.
slightly more truthful.
What are you doing here? If they find you...
Well, Dad isn't the one I'm worried about. But I heard that you were coming. And I wanted to see you.
Well, hi. Now, where have you been?
Well, that I won't say. Come on. You know who raised us. We don't give our secrets.
But we're family.
And it's because of that I'm not telling you.
Ooh, mysterious. You sure you don't want to talk to Dad?
Very much. The last person I need to have about talking about this is that, more importantly, I've heard what you're about to be going on.
Why you want in?
No, in fact, it's more of a concern about now that the suspenseful part is over. I should change the music. No, my concern is more about what you're about to get to. There's definitely some dark things going on in Par. Don't particularly ask how, but I found a quick way around parts of the our world here. I think one day you'll find them out too, but for now I'm not sure if they're, I guess you could say they're stable, their stability. So I'm kind of keeping it on a low turn. Also, if I start talking about hidden like portal like pathways, I'm gonna have people just saying I'm committing devil magic or something because of the way I look here.
Is that a thing? Does double magic exist?
I mean, there are creatures in hell, yes, and they do magic that a lot of devils or demons would do, yeah.
One could say it's all the magic I know.
And my slightly angelic or demonic angelic look here does not usually give me a good look for a lot of people.
I thought that was the whole reason you had to leave in the first place.
You're correct, and it's why I am only coming here now in the dead of night.
Well, let me tell you this: it does not help your aesthetic. In fact, it makes it more terrifying.
Well, this is new. I don't necessarily know what caused that. That mostly started maybe like 4 months ago. But anyway.
No problem. Have you talked to Mom about it? She might know remedies.
She tried to figure out the issue with me since it started showing up, since I started turning red. You know? Like, both... neither of them would tell me exactly what it was, but they knew, like... They just knew, like... I remember overhearing, like, an argument with them where there was the... This isn't the type of angel that she was supposed to be. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there's not a doubt in my mind. Dad knows more than he's saying.
Yeah,
I refuse to believe there's anything in this world he doesn't already know about.
There's probably some things. Clearly, it's whatever the hell I actually am, because I feel like if they would have figured it out, they would have at least maybe, you know, helped me instead of just having me sit there and, like, take pieces of hair, or Mom just studying infernal doctrines for months. Or even years, really, at this point, probably. I doubt she stopped. Look, but more importantly, right now, I'm still trying to figure out something. There's a lot of things going wrong right now. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, I mean, in Finglave, undead have started arising all over the whole country, or even the whole continent of Thades. You know, like there's all the unrest with all the orcs. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and I'm not saying it's related, but something is causing them.
So you're saying you want me to go find out while I'm over there trying to find out?
My concern is you're going to find out more than maybe you're able to deal with if you get to Par. So just, if anything, try to stick to the information route. You try not to get it over your head with anything or whatnot, like, and you don't. Whatever you do, try not to let Ku get ahead of himself or anything. No, I don't need to see him trying to barge his way in anywhere, because that's it would get the mission done.
I'll try.
All right, thank you, brother. You be safe yourself.
All right, now I'm going to turn around so that you could disappear mysteriously. All right.
I've become good at that, so don't worry about it.
All right, here we go.
All right, as you turn around, you kind of feel her, you kind of just feel her hug you from the back.
Oh.
And then when she releases you, you kind of hear a small little, just sounds like...
An impact in the back of your neck and you're dead.
Real new character. This whole flashback is actually...
Blood starts to drip from your neck. And no, that'll be it then. And then we resume back. Oop, this is the wrong playlist. My bad. It was you.
And then I said, I can't believe he ate the whole thing.
As you guys are continuing to walk towards the, you guys are continuing to walk to the alchemist shop.
Hey,
Where is
Vic. Vic?
What?
Still there?
Yeah.
Welcome back, man. We lost you for a good length of a flashback.
Don't worry about it. Hey, I got this thing.
What the? Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. The child of mine. Look around, see if anybody's listening.
This sweet child of mine.
We have a toy for you.
Cool, drop
There are some people looking your direction that are a little confused.
Cool, drop the act and drop the child.
I'm not dropping the child.
I think dropping the child in public would be a really bad idea.
I've been dropped once already. Please don't.
Kinder,
It
you
hurt
dropped
a lot.
the child?
I didn't know. That is slander.
He did
Oh,
drop
also,
me.
it might be
Yeah, he
true,
dropped me
but
real
it's
hard.
slander.
It hurt.
Kinder.
Oh, it really hurt. I landed on my head.
Drop a baby.
I will see you in court.
Good, I'll see you both there. My father owns the courts.
He does, to be honest.
Is there anything your father doesn't know?
Very little.
I don't know. What's your name? What's the name of your hometown?
I'm going to choose not to answer that question and just
Oh,
keep
I know
walking.
that one now. I knew that one.
Do I own that? Not yet. Good
you
answer.
guys, do start to get up to the a kind of a slightly, I guess I'll just say a unique building. As you see what would traditionally look like the normal kind of stone-like buildings in the area with wooden rooftops. You see that, but then you see weird number of steam or vents on the side, emitting different colored steams or smokes. And there's this weird arm in the back where it looks like it's metal, but it's it almost looks like it's you kind of just see it articulating like an arm would, but it's a
Is it
metal.
more? Is it stationary right now, or is it gesticulating as well?
No,
Is it actually moving around?
So it's not a real arm. It'll be where you're in real term, in terms of what you can see as for player knowledge. What you're seeing is just a joint of of a machine, kind of going in and out. in and out, like as there's the circle joint kind of bending as it kind of goes, pushes up, down, but you guys have no idea what it is that you're at all seeing because you've never seen this type of like metal work before, like moves all like this.
I have no idea what I'm seeing. I've never seen any metal work like this at all. I go to the door.
What would an alchemist need with metal like this? I don't understand.
I'll be honest, I actually have no idea what an alchemist actually does, so I'm very curious to see what they have.
As you guys start to head in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I guess.
All right. You all head in there. You see, again, a similarly strange sight. You see, you kind of don't really see past like the counter area, where you're seeing like almost like just different smokes kind of cover the back part of the building, and then you can kind of see where the smoke is venting out. But again, it's like mixed sources from like these cauldrons. As like wisping through the smoke, it's this like little. You would think it's a pixie, but it's like completely silver. As it just kind of leans in. As you hear from the back. Customers at the door. Just right there. I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
Okay.
As the little pixie thing flies back into the smoke.
Do you think he's looking at us through the?
It was a feminine. It was a
is?
feminine sound.
Do you think they were looking at us through whatever that thing is?
I have no idea, but I'm very curious now.
You should wave at it and find out. Do sick hand.
Stop waving.
As
Do
you
you do that? We'll give you react.
as you kind of see this
Flame
this
jutsu.
slightly older, kind of bigger set woman. She kind of good amount of muscle to her. Kind of comes up with the front apron, kind of over her dress. The little metal pixie thing is kind of now just sitting on her shoulder. Ah, good to see all of you. Yes. What brings you into my little abode?
Well, ma'am, we've actually never been here before. Some of us were really curious as to what exactly it is that you offer in your shop.
Well, right now, not too much different than the other potion guy in town, but very soon, I am going to start. My experiments will start to kind of come out, and I am working on having a more efficient way of magically augmenting like weapons and other armor, other item-like things. Right now, the struggle I have right now is I can only take my arcane ability and put into only a finite amount of things. But I'm working on a catalyst to try to make it so that I can just do it to an unlimited amount of things.
Is it the size of the objects that's giving you trouble, or the original material that they're made from?
It's putting that amount of arcane power into one thing. It's been a lot of work. I've been traditional like crystals and orbs and whatever. They're not strong enough to keep everything intact. So I've begun machining different ways of kind of putting that stuff out there. And I'm getting close. I've started to be able to get more than my normal amount, but the problem is it's still tied to me. Like if, say, that device goes away, then the enchantment goes away from the sword or whatever, which isn't good. That's not good business.
I'm going to be honest. Almost all of that flew over my head. But hi, I'm Ku.
Hello, Ku. I am Madame Graffo.
Graffo.
Was Gesundheit.
What?
What?
I heard someone say on the street. I felt it was a fun thing to say. I apologize.
Well,
Well-
anyways, basically think of it this way. Right now, if I wanted to, like, I could take that nice armor of yours, and I could make it slightly better at knocking off hits with my own arcane power.
Okay.
But the problem is, if I say tried to do it to another item, or a couple other items, that one would go away. The one I put on your armor would go away.
But not the armor itself, right?
No, just the
that
enchantment.
it plays
Yes,
on.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
But, and so making them permanent right now is really hard and takes a lot of time, and therefore has a lot of service hours that are put in it, so it costs a lot. But I have this ability to do it really quickly on my own. It just, it takes a little bit of time, and I have to recoup for a while, but I could do it really fast comparably. So I'm trying to find a way to do it to harness that into an object where as long as the arcane power is able to be held inside, my enchantments will never go away.
Interesting.
Yes.
That actually made more sense the second time around.
There you go. Perfect.
Have you ever tried it on living subjects before?
I can't. No. The ability I have to infuse these arcane powers only works to objects. I don't do anything outside of normal spells that people know to people.
I see.
I could do only the kind of normal spells that other people do. Like, if you're banged up, I heal you right up. Get those cuts out of there. It should be fine. You tear your clothes, you bend it up, will be good. And other things, obviously. But this ability is unique, something that is very experimental right now. In the last couple decades. And I used to be one of the key people that was researching this actual style. It was actually up in the university here. But retired, wanted to move down here, but I got bored. So I decided, hey, I'm going to open up a potion shop. I can still do the normal potion stuff just fine, but I can experiment now. I have time.
All right.
Potions for me are much
Hey,
better.
how are you?
Huh? I actually didn't hear you. What?
I think Jade.
He said that was a lot from "Hey, how are you?"
Hey, he asked me what it was that I am doing here.
You're
Mr.
not
Sassy
incorrect about that. Sorry about my friend. He was born with a oversized
He's a
ego.
Tory.
Oversized ego.
That makes more sense now. Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice guy though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just ego?
Yeah.
Super ego. Like that Freud.
You get used to it if you share your childhood with him.
Well, if you're going to be looking for any type of special discounts because you're one of the Tories, no. First of all, I remember what your sister did at university a couple times.
Yeah. Cassidy.
That's why I tell people I'm nowhere near close to my sister.
I don't care.
Who
I
knew
know
that you?
your family has no power over me. In fact, your father probably owes me more than I would owe him anything.
Ooh, that's a bold claim.
Well,
Calm down.
because of his sister, I had a number of times where I was injured.
What is going on? I feel like I missed something here.
She liked to play around in potions classes when she was at school. By play around, I mean create dangerous concoctions that would create a large amount of arcanic reactions.
This is why I introduce myself to people as a Tory when I decide to. That.
Well, either way, I'm not going to judge you on that. I'm just going to let you know I'm not going to give you a discount on anything. I'm sure you're a fine boy.
Victor, I don't want to start anything, but she has kind of a point. You know, it is fair for the Tories to pay just as much as the common folk.
Probably, but it's not my problem.
It just really makes the most sense. You know.
The tiny boy raises a point, but still. Other people feel that they have favors to give to the Torre family. That's on them. The Torres have done great things for the city.
When I get down and worship the ground I walk on because of my family name, I'll let them. They still find a dagger.
I don't know about that per se, but anyway, yes, the Tories have done great things for the city nonetheless. Some people feel the need to repay them, others don't.
Well, regardless of heritage and whatnot, can we see what you sell?
Oh, well, I got a number of potions if you're looking for different types of... I would say, honestly, the easier way to go through this is you tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you if I have it.
I have no idea what I'm looking for.
All right, well, what do you... If you could drink, you just take a vial, chug it down, and have some type of benefit. Or newfound strength, skill, the ability to temporarily use a spell, be immune to poisons.
Wait, what was that back thing? Temporarily use a spell?
I don't care.
What?
What?
I found a way to get a potion. I've found a way to harness a spell into a potion. Not a whole lot of them because, to be fair, I'm limited by the amount of spells that I know.
Oh, right.
And the wizard potion man doesn't really like working with me too much. So, despite the fact that I could probably, chuck him across the river, but I will respect him and not throw him across the river. Despite that he's he gives me a little bit more attitude than I think I deserve.
Sorry, mischievous side is reawakened in me, and I'm trying to push it back in.
Don't let any of that mischievousness be in the shop.
Nothing against you.
Despite that, you also look like a relatively strong lad. I probably can take you as well.
I don't doubt it.
Fine.
But
she is a beefy lady.
Be aware, ma'am. I do have a baby with me.
Not to judge, but you don't look like the folk that would be carrying around a small child.
Who doesn't want to judge anyone? You seem awfully judgy.
I'm merely posing a question. You asked about me, I will ask about you.
We're a set of adventurers from, for some reason I always forget the name, from Thunderbane. Across the sea over there.
I've been there before.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Probably a lot has changed. But it was a nice city. It's quaint enough. It's not as big as this one, but it's just big enough where you feel like you can see a lot of new things quite often, but homey enough that you know enough people. And then I got a job at the university and left.
That's how it goes, right? We're just holding this baby temporarily for a job we're doing, which is why we're taking care of him.
Kind of almost at this moment, he kind of actually starts to like squirm out and kind of falls over.
Go, Gaga.
Ha! That is not a baby.
He can walk.
No, I'm not.
It's amazing. He
Surprise.
can too.
I'm tired of being.
Wow.
You!
I'm
Give
such
me
a
my
proud
medallion.
The
father.
Tories are so miraculous in their ways.
he points at you.
Modern medicine
Give me my
is
medallion.
incredible.
Vic just gave him the medallion now, I guess.
What medallion? What is going on here?
What?
Is
Where-
this that mischievousness you were about to talk about? I will bench press you.
I will. What? No.
Oh, 10 gold right now on the woman.
Listen, I lack the charismatic cognitives to properly explain this. Kinder, it's your time to shine, my friend. I put him on front of me.
Cool, you said cognitives. That's a really
It's a big
complicated word. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, I pay attention. Now tell this nice lady what we're supposed to be doing here.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, who has the other piece of the medallion right now?
Victor.
Take this.
You too. Okay. Well, this is actually our business partner here. You see,
You say
It's-
business partner. She kind of like weirdly squints at it as it's just kind of like kind of growling at Victor. Like
I'm
again,
like shaking up.
remember when I described him as like a yelling opossum or like
yeah.
an angry opossum? He looks like that, just like and he's just kind of like.
He's very good at negotiating.
I'm shaking out my shirt. Give him the amulet, Vic.
And see, the reason that he's with us is because he also hasn't had a chance to come to your shop. And he's looking for, new business opportunities all through the city. And
I've been here before.
oh,
I'm
I
down.
don't remember you being in here. You were at the counter. I just left right away.
I like how he returns immediately to the
What?
yeah.
look,
He's screaming.
I'm at a loss. He's screaming at him.
It
He's
on the moon.
Vic, give him the medallion.
Are you sure we should give him the medallion in here?
What do you think it's gonna do? Just give me it
What are we
back.
gonna do? I don't trust you.
It's
Okay, so
mine.
while they're having this argument,
It belongs to me.
I'm going to ask the madam. I'm going to say, excuse me. Actually, I'm sorry, but this can't wait any longer. Could you explain what that is? And I'm pointing towards kind of like that weird metal
Oh.
joint thing that
Yeah.
seems to be
Oh,
sort of undulating over there.
yes.
I'm just trying to take off my armor.
Jerry, of course. He is what is called a homunculus.
Oh,
He is a specially arcano-mechanically engineered being. Have you ever seen a creature called a warforged?
Oh, no, what? War.
Hold-
This is a lot of words to take in.
Remember?
No.
No, you were described what a warforged was because of Hole.
Right,
Captain
right.
Turgother told you that.
Arcanum.
not around the rich
engineer.
boy.
Okay, this is yes, this is starting to track. I'm sorry, but this is just a lot to take in. So what does you said his name was Jerry?
I've named him Jerry, yes, but he is. So a warforged is created by essentially taking like essentially infusing arcane energy into wood and creating a being from that. In early stages of when it was originally kind of in early stages, and even relatively today, they have little for personality, but have become a lot more, even within the past few short like decade or so. They have really started to kind of gain more and more self-reliance and sentience to them. This homunculus is something relatively similar in concept, but instead he is made out of metals, mainly iron.
And what purpose does Jerry serve? Does he have a task to perform, or is there something that he enjoys doing, or?
No. He unfortunately, in some ways, he lacks too much in terms of autonomous personality. I would love him to have more personality. It'd be great if he could talk. Unfortunately, I just do not possess the capabilities of giving him that powers as of yet. However, he is able to. I am able to. If I wish, I can see through him. Generally, he is essentially in a position to follow my commands, but is able to do relatively. Essentially, he can defend himself on his own, or at least protect himself, I should say. He really has no capabilities of fighting anything, as he is the size of a pixie. But he's not like one of those magical pixies that have like adapted, like gained like weird amount of strength and whatnot, that has started joining adventurers guilds. He's more like the standard pixie that really doesn't have much to them in terms of strength. But yeah, no. So he's relatively autonomous, but not too much. But he's my partner. He helps me out. He's able to lift some things and keeps an eye on the front of the shop for me when I need him to, or at least so I can see who's coming in.
That's very impressive. I must say, I have truthfully never seen anything quite like that. I'm really.
Yeah, the other artificers, man, you could see some of the stuff that they use. Like I knew somebody that created entirely like arcano-mechanical bear. That thing.
A bear.
Oh yeah, that messes things up. A lot of them make dogs. I don't know particularly why, but
have they been able to make any strides as far as sentient behavior goes?
Generally, no. Mainly, a lot of times they are just kind of like, again, you can kind of see more in terms of like the amount that they've started to get to relatively starts to actually mimic the type of behavior you will see in regular dogs or whatever or the like. Especially because they're just so big. There's only so much power you can put into them, and a lot of times they're connected to the artificer that makes them. So it's less of like the Warforged is more of drawing arcane energy from the world. Me making this homunculus or other people making their I guess different animals or whatever, they are actually more often just kind of using their own arcane energy and creating these, and then they're self-sustaining after that. So if they were to try to make a fully sentient creature, it would be a lot of energy. It would probably verge on the end of killing them if they really tried it. Potentially something, though, people will experiment with at some point.
All that's really fascinating to me. I've never, where I come from, I've never really, we've never tapped on the foundations even of magic being used in such a way that's incredible.
Yeah, well, the artificer school is pretty new, so there's not terribly many of them around. I had one student who is, who was a great prodigy, and like I thought they would be, going far, but they just weren't interested in the research side of things, and just kind of, when they finished their studies, they left on their own. But so there are different people out and about in the world, but you'll find a lot of the artificer people in the university. Which used to be me, but I retired.
Well, congratulations on your retirement.
Sit down and shut up, alright? Hey, are you calm?
Give it to me.
I will bundle you back up.
No.
You're hissing.
Give it. It belongs to me.
The medallion, hold it. For exactly 5 seconds, I will let this go. Good boy. Let it go.
Alright, he, let's see.
He goes for it and dies.
Well, he didn't try to
concussion.
go for it. He was able to catch it, despite his own potential shortcomings. He does in fact catch it, and it just kind of looks like a more complete version of the medallion it was. And he just puts it on his neck. Yes. Good. My sister shall be honored. Where are we?
Damn it, Tix. Now you made me like you.
Where are we?
We're in the Alchemist.
Right. Yeah. I kind of blanked out. I honestly, I'll be real. I fell asleep for a while when we were walking on our way over here. I woke up, remembered that he had the medallion. I just kind of blacked out.
I'm still taking off my armor at this point.
What? Wait, whoa! Why? What are you doing?
I'm taking off the armor so I can put my shirt back on. The jig is up, so I can put my shirt back on.
Okay, I will give you that.
Thank you.
That's good. Now, do any of you want anything? As much as I love talking about the past, do you want anything?
Yes, spell potion, please.
Okay. Well, let's see. Obviously, similar the normal, the standard. I have healing potions if you need them. Let's see. Otherwise, let me take a moment here. She pulls out this massive book. It's like a textbook. It's like a college textbook.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to take away from while the potion buying is happening. Kinder is going to kind of move back towards the back of the group, and as he's doing that, he's actually going to try to cast Detect Magic on the medallion now that it's been put together, without anybody else noticing.
Okay. I guess for the somatic part, just make a sleight of hand roll.
Okay. Make it hand roll. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. 18.
Yep, you're able to kind of get it off without really drawing too much attention to your hand. There's a tiny hint of there is a very tiny hint of illusion magic in it, but it seems very dormant.
Illusion magic.
Like, it seems very dormant.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I'm a child.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What? What'd you do?
Nothing. I didn't do anything. I'm just laughing at what you said.
What did I say that made you laugh?
You managed to get it off.
Oh, come on.
I hate you.
Make
I
you roll
love
for
you, but
that.
I also hate you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I've got some interesting stuff here. What I guess, in terms of a type of spell, you're looking for something that maybe can, like something that you would cast to kind of use against your enemies, or are you more looking for something to maybe give you a little bit more, like the spells that give you a little more of that, a little more gusto, kind of enhance yourself a little bit.
Koo, don't you already know how to cheat at life? Why are you trying to cheat that cheating?
I'm fascinated by you guys by people who are able to cast spells. Yeah, it's why I'm trying to get Kinder to teach me how to do some magic.
Well, the way these ones will work, it'll kind of be a lot like the way a lot of sorcerers cast their abilities. Kind of instead of reciting from a book, you just will kind of, for a moment, you will just kind of know it. But yeah, so I can So again, yeah, are you looking for kind of more of the like shooty kind of spells, or a little more of that, like I can go invisible, or I can fall really slowly, or jump really high, or move really fast?
The invisible one will be interesting. Let me look at that one.
Well, I'll warn you, that one's a bit much. It's part of the. I'll have to head into the back to grab all the potions and whatnot. But that one, let's see. I'll let you know about how much I go for on it. That was almost real bad. Let's see. So that one will generally run you around the. That 600 gold range, because that one's pretty hard to get up there. Requires a lot of my ability. So if you're looking for that, sure.
All right, cool, good to know. Yeah.
I got some simpler stuff. If you're looking for maybe something a little simpler. Okay. But still, so you want something that'll just help you out mainly, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Something I can force down the throat of one of my companions to boost them up too.
Well, let's see. If you want, I got potions of resistances. Those ones only cost about. Those ones will cost only about 50.
All right.
What? Hold on. What? Wait. Is this list screwed up? Why is that the only? What the? Why is there not the normal one? What? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, I am correct, mostly just because the potion list I'm looking at was not set up correctly. I thought I was looking at normal potion. I thought I was in the tier that normal potion of healing is in. I was not. So I'm gonna reflip the amount. That one will cost you 100 gold.
Ah. Cool.
My
I
bad.
think I might hold off for now then. Because technically this isn't my money.
Why?
It belongs to my friend right here. I pat Kinder in the back.
What?
What? Alright, that'll work. Well, it's up to you, I guess. Then, yeah. If you, a lot of these potions kind of are about. A lot of the bigger potions kind of generally go in this realm. Otherwise, the normal kind of 50 gold ones are generally just ones they'll. It's kind of like a quick rest type potion. Ones that'll help you read languages. I got one that'll help you climb faster. Otherwise, the 100 gold ones is where things start to get a little more fun. And then you get to 200, then it starts to really get fun. Like I got one that makes you super strong. You think I've got good muscles? Wait until you see what this thing can give you.
Maybe if you want to fight against that squirrel.
What? Is this something about fighting a squirrel?
Who's never been able to beat that squirrel one day?
Listen. That's something we'll talk about later. In a more intimate setting where I can destroy it.
Let's see. What otherwise, let's see. I think I might have a couple more basic ones.
Do you have any trinkets?
Oh, you know what? I do have one of those 50 ones. I do have one that can give you, it essentially gives you the spell, a use of the spell, like an acid splash.
Oh.
You can just kind of throw out your hands and just acid will spread on your opponents. Otherwise, I have been able to enchant a couple of trinkets.
Let's look at the trinkets.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I like souvenirs.
Oh, let's see.
Yes.
Here we go. This is what I want. I've got to go through all the stupid arm blade stuff. All right, there we go. Let's see. I've got. She flips over a few pages. So I've got a cleansing stone. Let's see. Nope, that's not something I'm throwing into here. Let's see, a couple. If you ever lose an eye, I can help you out. You can always come to me. I'll help you out.
All right, quick eye check. Everybody has both eyes.
I've enchanted a hat recently.
Oh.
Yeah, if you wear this, it can. This one took a little bit, so it's probably the more expensive trinket I have. But it is one that isn't terribly uncommon. So it's relatively common if you go to, especially a lot of other. If you go to Wizards, but it's I can only get the magic to work with. For some reason, only Wizards are able to get the magic to work.
Oh, cool.
So unless you seem to be relatively, or your cat kind of gives you away as a little bit of the scholarly type there. Are you a wizard there? She's looking at you.
Well, I mean, I've read a lot of books about magic, but it's hard to explain. I guess I haven't really. I don't get magic from books per se. The hat's my mother's actually. I'm just borrowing it.
So you just kind of know your spells then, seemingly?
Yeah, they just kind of come to me naturally, I suppose.
Yeah. So you're a sorcerer. Nice. Okay. I had a
Well,
good friend of mine that was one.
here. How much is it for the hat?
Oh, that hat. Oh, that one will run you 125 gold. Otherwise, I have created a nice this horn, where you can essentially link it to your companions,
Oh.
and they will be the only ones to hear it.
How much is that one?
That one actually isn't too terribly hard to put together. That one only costs 50 gold.
So, the hat was 25?
125.
125. Now this one's 50.
Yeah.
You guys want to get Guy something nice?
I can't think of anything more nice that we could get for him right now in this exact moment. So
That's true. You think he'll be nicer to us once we give it to him?
Doubt it.
I think he absolutely yes. Yeah.
Neat. All right, let's get both of them.
Either way.
All right, I will be right back then. As she'll kind of disappear into the smoke for a bit.
Little medallion back. Your sister's fine. We good?
Oh, well, my sister isn't fine. But her stuff is.
I'm sorry. What's happening with your sister? Where is she now?
Well, I guess I can't say if she is fine or not. I assume she might gotten in a little bit of trouble, though, because she, fell in this box. We were scrounging around the docks. She fell in this box and got on a boat that was taken onto the boat. And then it left. I don't know where it went.
Oh.
So I guess she could be fine.
I don't know how well we'd be able to help you to locate that. That sounds...
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Tix. You still alive?
Yeah.
Tix.
Yeah.
Tix. Tix.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
What? What do you want from me?
Just double checking to see you're okay.
Yeah. What's the matter?
All right, cool. All right, so the Hannah Wizardry is going to Gaius, and this horn, Kid or Vic, which one do you want it?
How large is this horn?
We haven't seen it yet.
Okay, and did I understand the description right? It's you physically attach it to someone, and then
No, you will connect it. Essentially, you arcanically connect it to meta terms. You will choose who can hear it.
Is it
You can choose 4 allies who can hear it.
Is it a horn like a tiefling would have on their head, or is it a horn like your instrument?
Based on the description, with your, I guess, just call your passive intelligence.
Sure.
You believe it to be a horn like that you would blow into.
Yeah.
Hence the
I was
idea
just making sure. 'Cause
Hence the horn you would hear its call. It'd be weird if it was just a regular horn, like a tiefling horn, and it was just like, wait, you don't
I wasn't
call
sure.
it, you don't,
I wasn't sure if it was like a Ren Fair horn or like a conch shell horn or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I misread that. It's only one other creature, but
Okay.
you'll figure that out. Well, it'll be. You could just use all 4 of its charges, and then choose different people every time.
You know, Victor, we you know, you're really good at like the stealth stuff and like sneaking around and watching people from afar. You might be able to use that horn as kind of like a signal. Like if you see something bad or like somebody's coming, you'd be able to alert one of us and let us know.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Really good at sneaking, so your solution is to go up behind somebody, blow a horn in their face, and then get you guys over there?
But no, I don't think that's quite how it would work.
We can ask her.
In
when
fact,
she
it's like I said, it's silent unless for whoever you choose to hear it.
Right, so
Go.
Here, listen. Here, try this. All right. Unfortunately, you'll be using one, so if anything, maybe try not to get into trouble. That you'll need to use it 3 more times today.
All right.
Otherwise, it'll be fine by the morning. You can do this 4 times, then it just becomes a normal horn. But and then every day, it will kind of recharge. But let's see. So, you, a changing man, or a man who changes in my shop. What is your name?
Cool.
Koo. Koo.
Yes.
You don't have to say it this loud. I'm just doing it so you know. Like, Koo. And so only Koo, you will hear the as it's just like, it is just like the Ren Fair, like, horn.
Ring cola, yeah.
Well, Ricola is like fucking. This is more or less
me
the
have my
normal,
fantasy.
like, horn, like you see in, like, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you will hear, like,
Condor calls for aid.
as the 2 of you will hear nothing.
Did it work?
Yeah, I definitely heard something.
So, yep, that's that. And then here's the wizard's hat. That'll put you at your total. I'll put you at a total of 175.
Yep, I put down 17 platinum and 5 gold.
Awesome. Not often I get to see these. Nice.
Trust me, we were very surprised too. Don't worry about it. But thank you. Kidder, Vic, do you guys have anything you want to check out?
Not from. Let me know.
No, but ma'am, if it's all right with you, I would love to come back at some point in the future. Maybe if you are able to, make a little more headway, I would love to assist you in any way I can with, understanding how we can kind of better create
the infusions. Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of your work.
Sure, we'll see where we get. I've got the systems working on stuff right now to try to get me enough metals to hopefully maybe get something that will hold all the power I need. Otherwise, I hope you stop by again someday.
We will definitely try best. Thank you, madame.
Yes, all right. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. See ya.
As she'll kind of wave at you, and if you kind of look back at all, you will see the little homunculus also wave.
Oh, that's creepier than I thought it was going to be.
Alright, any other weird shops you guys want to get to? Or should we
in
help?
terms of its shape, like, those, like, kind of, like, mannequin-y dolls that, like the wooden mannequin-y dolls, like the little ones? Like the
the figure drawing reference.
Yeah. It's pretty much like that, but metal.
Okay.
But the
That's
size
good. That's
and
terrifying.
has wings like a pixie does.
That's nice and terrifying. Thank you.
Well, now we got something for guys once it gets out of that library. I can't think of anything else. We've dealt with Tix. Where's Tix?
Hi.
There he is. Tix, what are you going to do now?
Great question. Well, hello, you guys.
Cool. You can I look over at Kinder, and then look at Vic, and then look back at Kinder. You can become Kinder's familiar.
I don't really. I mean, I'm sure you're great, but I don't really have a need for a familiar right now.
Oh, finally. Okay, so as a precursor to what is about to happen, so you kind of feel start to try to like climb up your leg, Koo,
Oh no!
but he like just eats it hard.
Oh no!
But
I can feel our namesake starting to come up.
He eats your leg. Roll for peg leg.
Cinderwood. Ooh.
Go back in the shop. Do you have anything for a lost leg and massive blood loss?
I've got just the thing. Starts drawing the circle on the ground.
no, but what do you? All right, well, as what is the? Is this Oh, it just hits you, huh? As he falls, you go like, ah! And all of a sudden, like, around him, you just see these, like, spinning daggers just, like, appear around him. Koo, you take... you take... 7 points of slashing damage.
Right in the end.
And it
What
goes
was
away.
that?
Ah! I don't know. Well, it's like other times when I'm about to get hit by something. I've had it happen where like one time, some like really mean guy in the forest tried to kick me, and I don't know what happened, but I just like closed my eyes and suddenly he was on fire.
So yeah, Kinder, you want him as a familiar?
Just reminds me like that.
I think we're gonna have to pass on that one. That is
What?
really interesting magic, though, that you can seemingly summon swords out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I just pick him up and put him in my backpack.
Ooh. You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's meant for that. All right.
New plan. Anytime we come across an enemy, we throw this kobold at him. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun.
I whisper to myself, unlimited kobold.
Well, as you guys try to figure out what is going on, I slightly apologize for the late or the short episode, but we are going to end it for today.
Wow.
So
I got
hopefully
work in the morning.
next week we will be back in a normal period, without technical issues blocking us from going.
No funny business.
I will be configuring my stuff, try to make sure it works on our traditional streaming platform. But otherwise, yes, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.